if I have it going, then I'm probably going to try to knock down a jump shot, and if not, then really just try to get the advantage.
Drew, you had 2 dunks tonight, but the highlight was the poster that you created in the third quarter over Bismack Biyombo. You're dribbling down the floor. What are you seeing?
Bismack's back was turned, and he's a shot blocker. He probably has 2 or 3 tonight, and from there I knew that he was going to try to block my shot, so I had to try to dunk it.
And did your teammates hype you at all in the moment? I know you're keeping your cool here, but, like, we don't see that every day from you.
Nah, y'all probably won't see it again.
Fair enough. Congrats on the win. Thanks for the honesty.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
So just reading Drew Holiday's body language a little bit, he had 12 points in this game, 10 rebounds. He's usually a little bit more excitable, but you could tell that despite getting this good win, they're still not overly excited with how the game went down, Marcus. I mean, at some point, you have to figure out a way to not let these leads slip away.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way of looking at it, Dario. But again, this is a Hornet team that's fighting for their playoff positioning lives right now. They want to avoid the play-in. They love to finish as high as 6, so they face the Bucks if they finish at number 3. My point being is that this team is sky-high confidence-wise. They blasted the Celtics on Sunday, played their best basketball of the year, and they're not going to go away, especially at home. And so this is the NBA. These types of leads, as Coach Bud talks about oftentimes, Dario, they're hard to sustain on this level. You get a little complacent, that's what you're talking about, but also your opponent, especially playing for something, they've got pride too. And so look at the flip side. If the Bucks were to have wilted, lost this game by 7, 8, 10 points like they did against the Hawks, what would we be saying now? I think the guys will address the issue of maybe not holding on to a lead a little bit, but I think there's still some feeling of great accomplishment to be able to close and finish the way they did. They closed this game on a high note, and to me, that's a positive to take out of the Buzz City. I was gonna say the Beehive, whatever they call the Charlotte Hornet franchise, Buzz City, Beehive, whatever it is, Honeycomb, whatever it is. They got the loss. They took the L. The Bucks move on to Houston and try and handle their business down in H-Town.
Marcus, you and Jim said Honeycomb like 5 times. I just got the joke because they were in Charlotte taking on the Hornets. That is a not my proudest moment right there. But look, the reason why
that's a sharper's knife in the drawer, huh?
Man, that's okay. It's one of those days, man. One of those days.
Yeah, man. I know. It's been a long one.
We talked about in our pregame show how small ball was going to be a big factor in this game. Well, because the Hornets went small, Coach Bud, another great move by him, trusted his big guys to be able to handle this. And we saw Brook Lopez go off. We saw Giannis go off. I mean, this big lineup that the Bucks put out against a small lineup, which had been making teams work all season, really came to play, especially Giannis.
Yeah, I mean, just a terrific job, Giannis, and just the whole team, understanding where the advantage was. And Giannis did a great job attacking the interior right off the bat. Teammates did a great job of finding him. He stayed aggressive in transition. He understood that if you could get that ball into the blue area, down near the restricted area, very little resistance in terms of shot blocking. I mean, Miles Bridges is a terrific shot blocker from the weak side, but, you know, you get him out of the play, there's nothing but gravy down in the paint. He did a great job. Brook Lopez, even better job exploiting some of his size advantages down low. So you're right. I mean, small ball for the Hornets has its advantages at one end of the floor, but the Bucks made them pay at the other end, which is a good thing.
And you mentioned Brook Lopez. I know there was some concern on a couple of social media outlets out there about Coach Bud putting Brook Lopez against a small lineup. Well, he showed exactly why Coach Bud is the head coach, because he was great. And I think you mentioned it a couple times, his touch around the rim, very unique for a 7-footer.
Well, he's a guy that can come at you at full speed for him and then be able to soften up and finish with a really soft touch from 15 feet on in, really on the move, which is a skill that a lot of guys at 7 feet, 280 pounds don't have. And then he gave forth a great effort on the defensive end on the perimeter. He gets switched off on the smaller players. You see him get down, get low, and do as good a job as he possibly could trying to keep that offensive player in front of him. He's 7 feet, 280. It's not going to be easy against most players in the league. He's going to get burned, sometimes, oftentimes, depending on who it is he's trying to guard. But all you want from a guy like that is to give you that kind of an effort. He blitzed some screens early. I thought that threw the Hornets off in terms of their rhythm at the offensive end. And that was one of the reasons why the Bucks were able to get off to that great start in the first half and then just kind of hold on, maybe by the skin of their teeth. But it's still a 10-point victory. So for me, that's impressive. And, hey, it's time to move on, get out of here, and let's look at the next one, Houston Rockets.
Yeah, that was another nice adjustment, blitzing the screen instead of dropping down. Like Brook Lopez, 22 points, had a great game. All-around great coaching performance by Coach Bud in this one. Still to come on our Bucks Live post-game show here on Valley Sports Wisconsin. We're going to take a look at the defense. We were talking about how some active hands led to some nice buckets. More on that coming up.
Life is not defined by limitations. It's defined by what is possible, what is humanly possible. At the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, every leading advance revolves around you, your goals, your schedule, your comfort, your safety. Because by listening more closely and caring more deeply, we can make more humanly possible for you.
Tackle your toughest outdoor tasks with help from Menards. We have the outdoor power equipment you need. Get extreme cleaning power with Generac Electric Start Pressure Washer and save 11% on all Generac outdoor power equipment. Keep your tools protected with Suncast Storage Sheds. The Tremont Storage Shed is made of durable, low-maintenance resin. Save 11% on all Suncast Storage Sheds now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
There are endless ways to see the world. But when it comes to actually getting there and experiencing every soul-changing corner of it, there's only one. The Jeep Cherokee.
Now during the Jeep Celebration event, get 0% APR financing for 84 months on select 2021 Jeep Cherokee models. See your local Jeep dealer today.
I'm David Collado. I chose the Smart Cash Card from Capital One because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy. Last year, I redeemed $21,000 in cash back, which I used for new equipment to expand production. What's in your wallet?
When the Bucks win, you win at Wendy's. After the Bucks win, stop by any participating Wisconsin Wendy's for a free small Frosty. The offer is only good for 24 hours after each Bucks win, so act fast. When the Bucks win, you win at Wendy's.
Bucks Live on Valley Sports is brought to you by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin, by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs, and by Steinhofels, Wisconsin's largest furniture and mattress retailer. Bucks going to the Beehive because that's where Hornets live, and they take care of the Hornets 114-104. Nice bounce back win after letting that fourth quarter lead slip away on Sunday. Don't forget, next week, Bucks Foundation Week kicks off, and that means the Bucks broadcast auction, where you can bid on a silent auction week long at www.bucks.com/MBFweek. Awesome things you can bid on, awesome experiences. If you love memorabilia like myself, you're going to want to bid on some of that stuff, and I know my paycheck's going to go right down the drain. Marcus, I feel like a couple times you're like the leading auction getter, because everybody wants to go out to dinner with you and hear all those old stories that everybody just loves to reminisce about.
Well, I appreciate that. And, hey, I'll be available, so get those bids in.
So let's take it to our Menards big money moment. We talked about defense going to be big in this game. The steals, 13, that's 3 shy of the season high for the Bucks. It was impressive to see the rebound from Sunday's loss in Atlanta, not fouling, coming up with good defensive plays and turning it into good offense.
Well, Dario, the Bucks started out with such active hands at the beginning of the game, and it just carried through all the way through toward the end. Did a nice job digging back, getting deflections on pass attempts. I mean, just everybody. Drew Holiday, you saw Giannis with the steal. Chris Middleton had a couple of nice takeaways for his part. Brook Lopez got involved. Dante's always good in terms of his supercar invisibility on the weak side and flooding the passing lane. And just a great all-around team effort, generating turnovers, which in turn the Bucks were able to turn those into some easy points at the other end, and just really impressive in terms of how they locked in. Especially again, we talk about that game Sunday against the Hawks. This was a totally different looking defense in crucial moments in particular. They had some breakdowns, some easy buckets inside, but for the most part, overall, I think the team has got to be extremely happy with this defensive effort.
More importantly, they were able to get the stops that they needed down the stretch to pick up the win. Marcus, thanks so much. Have a great rest of your night, my friend.
All right, man. Same to you. Thank you.
Still to come here on our Bucks Live post-game show here on Bally Sports. We're going to